It's James Murray. I'm in the Net News Ledger newsroom. We're doing Politics 2.0 with Iain Angus. Iain has just declared his intention to run for mayor of Thunder Bay. Iain, welcome to the newsroom.
Thanks very much, James, and my apologies for my voice. I've working through a cold.
Well, I think we've had them. It's time, basically, and I think everybody in Thunder Bay right now would vote for spring to arrive. It's been brutal.
And actually, I've always said if I could promise that, not only would I be elected for life, but I'd have a religion named after me.
Quite likely. Iain, you have been an MPP, an MP, a long-time sitting councillor at large. You usually top the polls as councillor at large. And now you're looking to run for mayor. What do our readers and viewers need to know?
Well, the reason that I decided at this time to run for mayor, number of reasons. Mayor Hobbs indicated publicly that he was not planning on seeking re-election, so that opened up the spot. But more importantly, we're at a crossroads as a community. We're economically stagnant, our population is stagnant. We have a changing demographic within the community. More and more Indigenous people are moving into Thunder Bay and making Thunder Bay its home, or their home, and others are moving elsewhere. So we need to do something about that. And I think that my background, federal, provincial, municipal, plus I've worked directly with for a number of the First Nations across the Northwest, that we need to develop ways in which we can expand the economy of this community. And by that I mean, instead of at budget time trying to squeeze a nickel or a dime out of the existing expenditures, and the city's done quite well. We saved $12 million annually, or $12 million over the last number of years, which is an annual saving. But there's nothing left to squeeze. And so our opportunity is to find ways in which we can grow the community, add businesses, add industry, add homes, new taxpayers, so that there's a greater number of people sharing in the cost of operating the city. And that's the way that we can rein in our cost increases, and that's the way we can respond to the legitimate concerns of a number of citizens.
Now, when you talk to a lot of taxpayers in the city, they're always concerned about taxes, they're concerned about community safety, they're concerned about racism, and they're concerned for the youth. When you talk about the changing population, the Indigenous population is very worried about sending their kids to Thunder Bay to go to school. What can we do?
Well, one of the things that we've already done, and I'm quite proud of my role in facilitating that, is the City of Thunder Bay's decision to transfer Grandview Lodge to Matawa Learning Center, providing not only a classroom place for them, but a place for accommodation. So those students, the students coming to the Matawa Learning Center, will be able to live in an environment that is supervised with highly trained staff and get their education as well. So those are the kind of things that we need to do. And certainly, although we don't have any more buildings left, I am and the City Council is quite prepared to work with Dennis Franklin Camardi to assist them in finding a solution for their students, for their communities, because I agree that there is a great concern about whether or not Thunder Bay is safe. But I think it's important to note that it's been quite some time since we've had a major incident, and certainly the police patrols and the Bear Clan patrols have done an incredible job in terms of preventing major instances from occurring. So we've been taking the right kind of steps, but we need to go beyond that. We know that there's racism in this community. It's not just anti-Indigenous racism, although that's the most prevalent. It's also anti-immigrant, anti-people of color, anti-people of different religions. And we need to work, and it'll take time. It'll take many years, because a lot of this stuff is what people have learned at home, and it's hard to undo that. But we need to work on it, and we need to spend our energies to make sure that we can make this community even better than it is today.
Iain, I want to thank you for coming in. I want to be encouraging you as the campaign goes on. We're probably going to have a short break of municipal politics during the provincial election, because people will get potentially confused. But what we've done here with Net News Ledger for this political season is we're going to be doing what we call Politics 2.0. We want to give you the opportunity to speak directly to our readers and viewers, get the answers out past the soundbite, and really get a dialogue going in Thunder Bay. And I thank you for coming in.
Good, well, thank you, and I think it's really important that media outlets like yours do this, because you're right, too often our comments as politicians are filtered, and what was a 3-minute description of a problem becomes a 15-second piece that's cut out of it, and it doesn't really provide the whole story. So well done, and thank you.
You're welcome. It's James in the Net News Ledger newsroom with Iain Angus, who's declared running for mayor. Stay tuned.